Hello, everyone. It's your girl, Violet. I know you're wondering what is happening. This is an ad. I know. We hit you with an ad. We do apologize, but we wanted to spread the word. Anchor is what we're using to record our podcasts. So if you're wanting to start your own podcast, you've been thinking about it and you feel like it's a lot of work and you just can't do it, I promise you can do it. My friend Cleo is the one who told me about Anchor. So we've been recording on Anchor since we started. You can get the app if you have storage on your phone. If you don't have storage on your phone, you can use Anchor because it is a website. So it's anchor.fm. That is the website to use. So you can use it on your computer or your phone. That's really the only two things that you do need. You can record on your phone. You can distribute it on your phone. You can do everything on your phone or your computer. So everything that you need for the podcast is in one place. You can make money from your podcast. There's no minimum listenership, so you don't have to worry about any of that. Your episode is distributed automatically to 8 different platforms every single time you press publish. So a few of them are Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. So you can use those as your main if you want to. They have a few more like Breaker and Radio Cast and all those other things. So we are on other streaming services thanks to Anchor. It does it automatically. The creation tools allow you to edit your podcast like your phone, like I said. And the best part to all of this is it is totally free. Free. So, thank you, Anchor. Anchor has allowed us to reach all of you, and we hope to grow and stuff with you guys. But if you want to record a podcast, Anchor is the place to be.
All right.
Bye. Enjoy the episode. Guess who's back again.
Hey, y'all. It's Cleo.
It's Violet.
And welcome back to 20-something. All right, you guys, we're back. So this week, y'all probably like, I'm so fucking tired of talking about race.
Well,
but hey, every week things just seem to get worse and worse.
Yeah.
I mean, they've already been bad, but we keep seeing things get worse and worse.
Exactly.
But this week we're going to be talking about pretty much the, the disagreement or the rivalry between Asian Americans or not just even Americans, but Asians versus Black Americans, pretty much in reference to the beauty industry. Beauty industry. There we go.
Okay, can you go ahead and read? So we're going to read the tweet that started the discussion.
Yeah, we're going to read the tweet that started the discussion.
So I was doing my homework and Cleo sent me a tweet via my messages. So she's going to read it to you and then I'm going to give what I feel like and what she feels like.
Okay. So this tweet is by FineAssThug at officially _sin. So she said, little flex, and then she put like the little, I don't know what emoji
it's like the puppy dog
eyes. The puppy dog emoji. She said the beauty supply I'm opening is looking like a real store finally, and I just need to thank God. Stop going, and she put in all caps, stop going to them Asians for your hair products, sis. And then she put the little screaming, shouting emoji, and then it's a picture of her beauty supply store that should be opening, and this is in Houston, Texas. That's where she's located.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
So for you guys that don't know, or for you guys that don't go to the beauty shop, or you're not Black, like hair salons and hair beauty supply stores are like a big situation for like a big deal for Black women in particular.
Yeah. Because
in like regular everyday stores, they don't sell specific hair products that cater to Black women's hair because our hair is so different from the main markets. So we need our specific hair products and hair accessories and all that. So we have to go to the beauty supply to get stuff. And beauty supplies are usually located in inner cities where there's a lot of Black people.
Yep.
And in these cities, the people that normally live there are Black people.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
When you go into a beauty supply, wouldn't it make sense for the owner of the beauty supply in a Black community to be a Black person?
Yep.
But whenever you go in, it's always someone of Asian descent, and they usually are Korean.
And I actually looked it up, and from the articles I was seeing, they were saying that majority of like beauty supply store and like the hair industry in general, black specifically, is run by majority Korean.
So it's just like you're not like, the problem isn't really the fact that they have a hair salon or like hair beauty supply store, but it's the fact that they don't sell anything that their own people can even use.
Yeah.
Like they're profiting off of black people.
Yeah.
And let's not sit here and act like every cultural group isn't basically racist to black people. Like Asian people are known for being
pretty much that's where the tweet pretty much stemmed a lot of outrage.
Yeah,
a lot of people were fighting and actually brought up a lot of different discussions about you know, this term we use, POC, of us all being people of color. We should all just unite, but it's never that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people want to, especially people that are non-blacks, love to say POC, we're all POC, we're all POC, but then studies still treat us the same way, you know, white people do. You know what I mean? So it's really not no united front. You know, because
people in the comments were like, "Girl, you should have just left out the Asian part, being racist." You know, this is that. And me as a black person, when I saw it, I was like, "Oh snap!" You know, congratulations, because I know it's hard to open your own business, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Everyone that was gassing it to be racist made me like feel like, dang, am I wrong for not feeling away for the terms that she used?
Yeah.
Then I read it again and I was like, no, she just said them Asians. Like, are they not Asian? Like, it's not an unknown fact that when black people go into beauty supply stores or Asian run businesses, Asian people, the owners always follow us around or think that we're stealing and they're not welcoming. You can never return anything at their stores. It's just like, isn't this the US of A, where they be coming to Ross to return stuff steady, and they get mad when I don't let them return it, but then somehow, you know, in their places you can never return anything, and I'm just like, I don't know if it's just because they know the people that shop here are black, or if, you know, they had another type of store, it would have been the same deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can never tell.
Girl, look at this exchange. I have not read this. I only read the first part.
Okay.
This person said, "That hair literally comes from Asia. Auntie deserves a profit off it also. There's enough room for everyone to win. Y'all act like systematic racism doesn't affect Asians too, and colorism affects Asians too. It's like you forget Compton and Carson are 35% Asian." And then someone said, "Koreans have a monopoly on a certain product that are mainly used by black women and refuse to sell to black store owners, but go off, I guess. And Asians like you who ignore the problem aren't going to dismantle anti-blackness in the Asian community." And
because there was this girl who replied to the tweet, and she was like, yeah, she doesn't really see a problem with the girl saying what she said, and she was like, yeah, my parents even own a beauty supply store. And she was saying that she knows that, like, she's seen like them
the racism,
like they literally refuse to sell products to black store owners, and a lot of black women have to like go out of business, or they can't even open a business. Okay, so if we're all sharing and we're all POC like you said, then okay, share the love. There's enough love for everybody, so then share some. Like, I don't know why they're acting like just because these people came from another country, like that all of them are poor. Like, they're not all poor just because they're not from the US. Like, relax, they're making money. Like, when I go to the beauty supply, I live in a suburb, so they rake those prices high. Like, for basic stuff that should be cheap, they're charging like $6-7 for like hair accessories. I'm just like, I'm not.
And it's even and another person actually commented about how if you go to black beauty supplies, it's even more, and it's like they even have to charge more because it's even harder for them to acquire the products. You know what I mean? And I'm sure
they're charging them more.
Yeah, they're charging them more. Like, here's an article here, if you don't believe us. Actually, the grapevine.theroot.com did a story on 2 black women that became the youngest in California to own a beauty supply store. I think the story was in 2016, and it's now 2019, and actually, those 2 women had to, or those two young girls had to close down their shop. It says here, this is a tweet that somebody said. They said, y'all remember these two girls, the 2 youngest black owned beauty supply owners, right? Well, they went out of business, not because they were disorganized nor irresponsible, but because Koreans would not sell products to them. You know what I mean?
Like, it really
and sucks. They said because they weren't their kind. They said they only sell to their people. Yep.
So is that not racist?
Yep.
Is that, I don't, that's racist. I know that, people like to have this notion that only white people can oppress others. That's not true.
Mm.
Like, anyone that has more power in a situation is capable of oppressing somebody else. So that is, even if she wasn't capable of oppressing you, just saying that, that's racist. Like, why would they go out of business in California? Are there not black people in Cali?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't even make sense. It's not like they went to open a market in Utah
And
where there's no black people.
Yeah, there's no
There's no audience, like, what is it called? There's no population for who they're feeding. No, there's people there that need what they have to give, but they don't even have access to get what needs to be sold because people don't even want to sell to them.
Yeah.
That's literally ridiculous.
And like, there's only so much like hair products you can sell. At some point, you're gonna need the hair. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're gonna need the hair to get bulk of the money because hair is what really is bringing in profit. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money. If you're not black and you don't know, like, buying wigs, buying weaves and stuff like that ranges from like anywhere from like $50 to maybe even $1,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that could just be getting the hair, or all together with the install and stuff like that. It's all a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So there's a big market. There's a huge market in it, and I know, Asian people know that. You know what I'm saying? But what's so funny is that it's already, like, the system kind of already is against us. You know what I mean? It's already a rigged system.
Okay, so this is like, since we're talking about the beauty industry, so I'm gonna point out something to you guys. So, okay, you guys might say, okay, well, beauty supply store is not the only thing that, black people can get into in the beauty community. Y'all can open, like, hair shops.
Yeah.
This hair salons, braiding shops. Black girls like to get braids.
Yeah.
Okay, we would. But they're not starting. There's laws in place telling you that if you want to open a hair salon, you have to have a cosmetology license. Which would make sense if the type of hair salon that black women were trying to open was needing chemicals, because that's what you need the license for, so your customers know that you're qualified to mix certain chemicals together.
Yeah.
But these women are trying to open braiding hair salons, and they're getting shut down. They're getting ticketed, and they're being forced to pay for classes where they don't even teach braiding techniques, like African braiding techniques.
Yeah.
Like, braiding and the intricate braids and those styles are African learned. That's why a lot of hair braiders are African descent, and then a lot of them are black. So you trying to make an African person go to school to because she already knows how to do it. She's not going to learn it at the school that you're making her go to. You're making her pay all that money, and you're forcing her to get a license, and she's not even going to use the license. So that's a waste of money already. So when we try to even do our own situation, okay, we'll leave the beauty supply for y'all, and we'll even do the hair thing, we get shut down. Like, there was, like, documentaries written about it. Like, I said documentaries written. Documentaries filmed on it. Like, I remember I had seen it like a year or two ago, and these ladies, like, were forced to start braiding out of their house, and that's technically illegal if you're doing that. But it's like, why am I going to hair school and you're not teaching me how to braid? I already know how to braid. I'm not putting relaxer, chemicals, bleach on your hair. I'm literally using attachments and I'm braiding it within your hair.
Yeah.
It's like, they can't even do that. They can't open a beauty supply. So then black women should just disappear out of the beauty scene. Even though all the trends and stuff come from us, are for us,
a lot of them are set by us. You know what I'm saying? But yet we can't even get a footing in it.
We can't even participate to
Isn't
make
that funny?
It's
like
profit from it.
everything has to be from us, or sucked away from us, stripped away from us. But we can't have any say so. We can't have any footing in it.
And then other people need to monetize off of it for it to be legitimate.
Yeah. And look, there's another tweet. Someone said, if only people knew how hard it was to infiltrate the industry. Asians have this on lock. All the up to the distribution catalogs not being printed in English. Kudos. I just need to know if there's going to be an online store. That's she's talking to the girl. But yeah, like, look at that. Even the catalogs to even go and get certain products
are in Korean.
How are they meant to know? You know what I'm saying?
Like, it's literally ridiculous. Like, girl, that's why all these, if you see, thought girls that are out here doing stuff on their own, from their own house, a lot of the time it's not even because they're lazy. It's just because we already know the pushback that we're going to get.
Yeah.
Support Go and support sis. She's in Houston. If you're a Houston listener listening to it, I'm waiting for her. Hopefully she has an online portion. I mean, I don't need it, but just so I can see what's in the store, so I don't have to make that drive if it's far.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm really, like, proud of her. That's a big deal. Like, even though it doesn't sound like a lot, it might not sound like a lot to some people, but it's a big deal.
Really opened my eyes to how much it really takes. Like, she was talking about it a little bit.
I didn't even know it was that hard. I just knew about like the braiding
I didn't think about
aspect. I just knew about like the hair braiding aspect. My dad used to tell me this all the time. Like, why do you keep buying beauty stuff from these Asian stores? You know, go to a black store. I'm like, there's no black ones. And he was like, well, stop giving them your money. And he was like, have you noticed that, you know, they're the only ones and they don't even have stores open for their own people. And he used to tell me that shit when I was in middle school. And I was like, started thinking about it, and I was like, that's so true.
Yeah.
It would have been different if they had stuff for black women and for Asian women. There's nothing in there for no type of Asian person.
Yeah.
And then they want to be following you around the store when you're coming to come and shop. They want to be following you around the store.
I have a video. I even spoke to the girl that actually made this video. This video was not even recent. This was in
2018.
2018. Yes. But I want to play it. Hopefully you can hear.
Excuse me. Yeah. Do you think I feel like you came around a couple times. Are you thinking I'm stealing or something?
Yeah.
You think I'm stealing?
Yeah.
Okay. So, just know I'm not coming back here again. And I got you on video trying to follow me. Because I've been here a bunch of times. And I've actually bought a couple things. So, go to hell.
He said, yeah.
That ending was so funny to me, but yeah, and she even put the location. She said,
where was this at?
It's in New York.
Okay.
But she said it's called the Phil Beauty Supply. That's what it's called. Phil, like FEEL Beauty Supply.
Yeah, something off of Harlem somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere near the Bronx or something like that. She put the location in the.
Okay, so let me just reiterate. This is in New York.
Yeah.
The girls who got shut down, the two black girls, was in California.
Yeah.
The one who was having a hard time opening her stuff was in Houston.
Yeah.
Are you really going to come and try to tell me that it's not widespread? Maybe it's just Cali, because it is 35% Asian, like that girl said.
Let's be real.
So, is Brooklyn Asian? Is Brooklyn Asian filled?
But even that 35%.
They're really Filipino, I thought.
Still
no?
A minority. Why is she acting like that's a good amount of people? Not saying like don't acknowledge them, but in reference to what we're speaking about, why did that even need to be mentioned?
I
didn't even need to be mentioned. That was dumb.
I know for sure the Asian people that are packed in Houston are Filipino, and the ones in Dallas seem to be Vietnamese. So where are the Koreans at?
Yeah, like
I don't get it. Like, and I even know that the ones in Houston are Korean because I understand Korean a little bit. I be hearing what they're saying. I remember one time this girl was telling her mom she was hungry. I was like, the fact that I've listened to enough K-pop music and watched enough K-dramas to understand this, I'm ashamed.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh snap! This whole time, I didn't even realize that these people were Korean. That for the overpriced one by my house, I stopped going over there.
Yeah.
Because I was like, honestly, I used to even not go to the beauty supply a lot because I am a braider instead of a wig wearer, and a lot of my braiding stuff used to come from Nigeria anyways because my parents used to like have people send us hair stuff because it's way cheaper and they be overcharging here. They're like, a pack of braiding hair is like $6-7 and it would be like $2.
Oh, this is actually another thing. Sorry. This is another thing I wanted to tell you. I don't know if you heard about Latasha Harlins. Okay. So I'm gonna read you
the little kid.
I don't know how little she was.
With the orange juice?
It might have been. It was juice or something? Okay. It says, I don't know what the heck that was. Okay. It says, on March 16th, 1991, Latasha Harlins walked into Empire Liquor Store on 91st and Fig, owned by Sunju Jadu. I don't know if I said his name right. But it said here in LA to buy some orange juice.
It was a woman.
It was a woman? Oh, oops. Excuse me, y'all. Latasha put the juice in her bag and was ready to walk up to the counter holding the money in her hand. However, Du assumed she was stealing. Surveillance recorded the incident, but unfortunately there was no audio. Du claimed Latasha denied having the juice, but eyewitness said that was a lie and that Du called her a bitch, even though Latasha insisted she was going to pay. Du then grabbed Latasha by her backpack. Latasha, in self-defense, punched Du 3 times so she could be let go of, and backed away. Du then threw a stool at her and snatched the juice Latasha picked up again. As she walked away, Du shot her in the back of the head, instantly killing the 15-year-old. At the trial, she was charged with manslaughter, and the jury found her guilty and wanted her to serve a maximum of 16 years. However, the judge, Joyce Carlin, rejected
a white lady. It was a white lady.
And sentenced Du to 5 years probation, 400 hours of community service, and a $500 fine. Latasha's murder and the ridiculous punishment Soon Ja Du faced for it was one of the catalysts for the LA riots. Empire Liquor burned to the ground during that time and never reopened. Nearly 30 years later, these tensions still exist and influence how we lived, today.
Okay, so also, she didn't mention this, but the judge said the reason the judge let her go, there was video footage of this stupid bitch saying this, that she doesn't look like a criminal. She knows what criminals look like, and she doesn't look like one.
That's the judge said?
Yes.
Wow.
I was like, I was like, I already feel like I know what it is. Girl, she was already leaving, walking away, and you pulled the gun out and you shot her in the head.
Yeah.
So you're not scared that she's gonna kill you. She's leaving. You already have your juice.
Yeah.
You're just mad that she punched you, but you grabbed a kid. Like, you grabbed her
and
up.
it's not that she didn't pay. She still put the money on the counter.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah. And the Asian people were still sitting here trying to talk about no, there's no issues with race. There's no this, there's that. There's no. We're all people of color. We're all
and then
kumbaya.
that happened, and then after that, when Rodney King's video came out, those people had enough. Like, that's why, that's another.
Girl.
That was what the two main things.
Girl.
It wasn't just Rodney King.
And the same people that want to say, oh, we're all people of color, she didn't need to say Asians, even though that's not technically even racist at all. You know what these people did? And she said, the girl that made the original tweet, she said, just to clarify, this is what racist commentary looks like, not what I said. And it's somebody that sent her a DM and they said, you racist nigger, fuck your store, fuck you nigger, I should fly to Texas and burn your store.
And these are the ones that will come and on Twitter's face come and say, hey, that was racist. We're all... But you're going to be in her DMs. We even
got Asian people in here saying,
okay.
They know what's good. She said, this girl, this Asian girl, she said, at first I was offended, but y'all need to realize Asians can be so fucking racist towards everybody but Asians. If you know you're not, you shouldn't be so butthurt about it. Y'all remember those 2 black teens that had to close their stores because the Asians wouldn't let them, wouldn't sell to them, So like, and then she's not even the only one. There's a bunch of other.
And then my friend, I went to my Filipino friend when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. I went to her house. Okay, so first of all, me and her go to the same church, so her people have seen my family. Like, there's not that many black people at my church, like I said.
Yeah.
So she said that her mom was asking her if, that was all my family, because it's 7 of us whenever we go to church together. And she was like, yeah, she has a lot of siblings. Then her mother went to go and ask her if it was all from the same person.
Wow.
And she's like, yeah, my mom asked me if you and your siblings were all like fully related. And I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, girl. I was just like, yes, they both have the same parents, like. And then she was just like, wow, I'm so surprised. Then, she invited me to her house for her birthday party. Mm-hmm. What was it, like sophomore year or junior year? So I went, right?
Yeah.
I was obviously the only black person there. And so when I walked in, you would have thought that I broke into the house. So basically the party was set up where it was like, a family gathering.
Yeah.
So it was her high school friends, but the Filipino people at my school, the Asian people at my school, they're like tight linked. So they really only hang out with other Asian people or white people. So I was the only dark person there. And I walked in. Girl, her aunties and uncles and her grandma and those old Asian people were staring at me as I walked through the house. I was like, hey girl, and I was talking to her, and she's like, hey, thank you for coming, da-da-da. And so I gave her her gifts and whatnot, and I could still feel people staring at me, and she was like, please ignore them, da-da-da-da. And she was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, girl, it's okay, because I already expected it, because I just know, in the back of my head, I just assume every older person of any race is gonna be racist to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even shocked. So I wasn't even really butthurt, but I felt uncomfortable because they thought, like, I thought they were just gonna be like, oh, who does she know?
Mm-hmm.
But then they started talking to me, and they were still staring at me. I was walking upstairs, and I just happened to glance back down the steps to see if they were still looking at me. They were following me up the stairs.
What?
Their eyes were following me up the stairs as I walked upstairs, and I was like, bro. And I was like, girl, I'm sorry, but I cannot go back downstairs. Like, I'm not about to go and get no food to eat or nothing.
Wow.
I felt so uncomfortable. I was like, Jesus Christ. And then, you know what they did when they got comfortable with me finally after like 2 hours?
Yeah.
They put Just Dance on. Her mom was like, oh, come dance. Girl, yes, they always do that. But thankfully, at least my friend was able to give me a heads up. Because she had even told me, like, her older family members were going to be there. And she was trying to warn me. She was like, they can be a bit racist. And so I was like, already mentally prepared before I walked in there. But I was like, dang, I thought, you know, once I started talking to, you know, the birthday girl, they would stop following me and looking at me. But girl, it did not stop. So I don't like when, you know, the younger generation of these other quote unquote people of color like to act like they don't know what their people are saying. Like, as an African person, I can admit that my parents are not politically correct, and they can be super racist sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I'm aware of that. I'm not going to sit here and act like people are lying when they say Africans, or at least Nigerians specifically, are racist. No.
He says some stuff.
Exactly.
The way he'll sometimes, like, I remember we had like a Hispanic guy that used to work on our fence in the back. And he would, like, sit here and call me to try to speak Spanish. This is when I was in high school. So I took Spanish. So he'd be trying to get me to speak Spanish. And then he was, like, break his words, like, extra slow.
Exactly.
And it's, like, even when I would try to...
Unnecessary.
You know, when I would talk to him regularly, he could understand.
My dad does that.
Like, there's no need for you to be breaking it up. Oh, and another good example is that we have a cleaning lady that's also Hispanic, too. And I was telling my mom about how... I had thought that she had broken our vacuum because I saw her picking it up instead of rolling it, and I couldn't. When I tried to vacuum later that day, it wasn't working. Yeah. So I was telling my mom or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, you know, sometimes I'll be talking to her, she'll be trying to talk to me, and I don't know what she's saying or whatever." And then my mom was like saying that she'll try to talk to her and that she doesn't understand. I'm like, well, no, that's not true, because I'll be talking to her and she knows. Yeah. Like, she'll have certain reactions. Remember how I told you how sometimes she'll come and she'll be like all in my business and like just, you know, and then I'll respond. Oh, perfect example was that one time I told you I needed to use the restroom and she was not trying to let me use the restroom in my restroom. So I told her, okay, I'm going to go to my parents. And then she was like, there's bleach. And I was like, okay, you know, okay, you know, okay. You know, so like,
she knows what you're talking about. You know, she may not be able to respond in full, you know, English, but she understands.
And she's even been here for a while, so it's like, I know everyone she runs into doesn't break down their words like that. Yeah. And after you're here for a while, like, even if you can't speak fluently, you start understanding what people are, you know, are saying, even if you can't speak. So
it's like, if we can both admit that our people can be racist, even if and offensive without meaning to at times, then you should be able to see that this is an issue. I don't like when people try to act like just because they don't do it, they try to act like they don't see it. Like, no one's saying that you specifically do it, but as a community, the people that are in charge, your people, they do it. So don't come and sit here, I don't do it, so that's not true. Nobody is saying you. And if you feel that need to come and DM somebody and get so upset and call her nigger bitch, I'll burn your shit, I'll come to Texas, then you are just self-projecting because you know that you're actually racist. Like, there was literally no need for all of that. Like, girl, these people, they be like showing their asses, like trying to prove a point, and then they end up showing that we were right in the first place. Like, there's no problem in supporting black businesses. Yes, you know, maybe she could have stopped buying from them Asians, but them Asians don't seem to respect us. How are you going to follow the girl in the video around the store and say, yeah, I think you're stealing?
And that's only one example.
Someone that's been there multiple times to even buy your stuff. Yeah. But you have no problem taking her money.
Yeah. And somebody even talked about how they still sell bleaching creams in there. You know what I mean? Like, And that's not even shocking to me, but, you know, still, like, that's people that clearly don't even support your color, boo.
Like, literally. Girl, have you found anything? Because I kind of want to tell something pertaining to, like, this topic. A story that happened.
Oh, you can tell a person.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, while you look for stuff. But, so when I was in high school, my mom really, really wanted to get our blinds. To get curtains for us. So there was this business in Houston that her coworker was telling her about, and she was like, yeah, you know, they have really nice curtains. So we all went with her to go pick out the curtains that we wanted. So it's a family-owned business. So, you know, finally all of us got all of the curtains that we had wanted for our rims and stuff, and it took a few weeks. So, you know, they set up a time to come to our house to come and install the curtains, like the Asian lady and her son, because it was like an Asian company, I guess, or the people who ran the business were Asian. So the lady and her son were supposed to come in. They gave my parents a time frame, like from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Okay, so my dad called them, and he was like, oh, you know, it's about 1 o'clock, and I haven't heard from you guys yet. Are you guys still coming? So my dad even called off of work because they said that they were going to come during the daytime. So all of us had to go to school. It was a school day. So he called off work, and my mom went to work, and all of us went to school. And so apparently, you know, when we got home, there was no curtains. It was 3 o'clock when we got home. We're like, oh, what happened? I thought they were supposed to come. He was like, yeah, I haven't got a response. No one is responding to my phone calls. And he was like, I guess, you know, they're not coming today. I don't know what's going on. He was like, you know, I hate this kind of shit because my dad is very timely. Like, I know it's a very African thing to be late, but my dad has literally left us for not being on time. Like, and to go to church and stuff, and he will come back and we'll get in trouble because we weren't in the car with him. Yeah. Like, so he was like, I'm calling them. He was like, I don't like doing business with... Ooh.
So sorry, y'all. I was looking for a tweet. I didn't know it was going to be no sound.
Okay, so he was like, I don't like doing business with people from countries like this because they act just like Africans. They won't tell you when they're coming, and they'll be leaving you hanging. He was like, this is so annoying. So 3:30 came. Then finally the son called. I was like, oh, you know, we got held up at our other house. You know, we're on our way. And my dad was like, that's fine that you got held up, but why didn't you call me to let me know beforehand? Like, I even called you guys, nobody answered. So they're making all these excuses, and they told my dad they were coming within 30 minutes. We did not see these people till 7 p.m.
They've got to be joking.
My mom had
That's not even within the hours.
My mom had even come back from work. My dad was so mad because he gets off of work at 4. He was like, so I could have gone to work. He's like, I could have gone to work. I wasted a call-in. My dad's a nurse, so he was like, I wasted a call-in for y'all not to show up on time. So my mom was back. My mom was like, nah, what happened? Like, you know, where's the curtains? This is that. And my dad told my mom, and she was so angry. Because, you know, since it's a family business, it's like a personal business. She had already met the owner and stuff. Like, she's the one who works everything. And so my mom was like, so all that stuff that she was saying she was coming. So finally the lady comes, right? We're all eating dinner. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm late. I'm so sorry. She was doing that fake apology. My dad was like, okay, please just, you know, go and start. So, you know, my dad wasn't having none of that shit. So she finally put in the curtains and stuff. Finally, when they finished, it was like 9 something at nighttime. And so my dad wrote her a check. So why did this lady take the check and ask, is it good?
Wow.
Somebody...
Like, is the work good or is the check good?
The check. Is the check good? So my dad paused. I don't know why these people be trying my father. My father has a temper. The fact that he didn't already cuss her out was lucky on her part. And then the fact that you came late, you didn't answer the calls, you're unprofessional. Yeah. Like, and then
did he even actually give him the full amount? I wouldn't have.
See? He even gave the full amount. Wow. Okay? And this lady took the check and was like, is it good? She was like, is it good? And so my father paused, and my dad looked at her. Yeah. He said, what did you just ask me? And whenever my dad's voice turns very English proper, American, I'm like, oh, shit. Because my dad's been here since he was 18, so he could do that voice well. Yeah. He was like, excuse me, what did you just ask me? And this lady was over here speaking broken English. Okay.
Do you see, let's just pause right there. Because I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
I know. I already know what you're gonna say because I was feeling the same thing in my head.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
Because my mom has an accent.
But it's the way that these people really. It's the way that some people of color really try to try us. You know what I'm saying? I already think, and I'm not saying just because you can't speak English that you're not educated.
Exactly.
I'm not even saying that.
Because,
that's not it.
Because my mom has a heavy accent, but she can speak English fully. This lady could obviously speak English, but her accent was heavy, and her English was also broken. So that is usually a sign of someone in the U.S. if you can't speak English well, that you're uneducated. But for her case, it's because she's foreign. Mm-hmm. So you get a pass. Okay, as a foreign person who can't speak English, and that's a stereotype that you have dealt with here, why would you now assume that someone who is proper, and my house is big. Yeah. I'm not even, no flex, but it's a lot of us in the house. It's 7 people living there, 5 kids, 2 parents. So we have a big house. Why would you think that someone who lives in this big-ass house can't afford it? We bought your expensive... The curtains were not cheap, by the way. We bought your expensive curtains. You came late. There's 2 parents in the house. All of us are here. We don't look hungry. The house is well-decorated. We cannot afford to pay you. Yeah. I don't understand where... There was nothing that my dad did that was stereotypically signs of a broke man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that he was black. Obviously, she talked to my mom, so she knows that we're African because of my mom's accent. But if she was just talking to my dad, she probably wouldn't have clocked. Yeah. So my dad paused and he said, He was like, excuse me, what did you just say? And she was like, no. And she started trying to backpedal. Okay? I don't know where her son was at this moment. Mm-hmm. But my dad even started walking closer to her. So I started coming down the stairs. I was like, oh my God, please no, please. And so my dad was like, so we allowed you into our house after you were unprofessional. Mm-hmm. You were late. You were not picking up your phone calls. And you're going to have the gall to ask me if it's good. He was like, if you don't want it, you can give it back to me. And she's like, no, it's just because, she basically said it's just because she's gotten a bounce check before. And my dad was like, am I the one who gave you a bounce check? Mm-hmm. And she was like, no, but
what?
And then my dad was like, if you want, you can take all this shit down and go, and you can give me back my money. He was like, because I'm not going to take this disrespect. Yeah. And then my mom came because my mom didn't know what happened. And she's like, no, give me mess. So she was asking him, like, what happened? And Ebo and stuff. So my dad started going off and talking, telling my mom what happened. And Ebo, my mom paused and she looked at her. She said, really? This is what she said? And so I was like, mommy, just relax. And so then this Asian lady's son came and he was like, no, we're so sorry for the misunderstanding. We'll just let you know if anything happens, we're so sorry. My mom was like, let them take their evil lives and go. She was like, I'm not recommending them to anybody. Yeah. And my mom was like, she just lost business. She was like, because I was about to recommend this lady to so many people because her stuff is so nice. You see how they be fucking themselves in the ass by being racist?
Just being being racist.
How are you going to ask?
It's like you want work, but yet you want to pick and choose
who you're gonna go to, who you're gonna treat nicely. And my dad was like, not after she said that. Yeah. I know that she took someone that she wasn't meant to over me.
Yeah. And I'm even gonna tell a story after this. I actually have 2 stories now to tell you because what you just told me actually reminded me of another situation that happened with my dad.
Okay, go ahead. Because girl, I was so shocked. Yeah. Because when I didn't know I didn't know you could write fake checks at that time. I think I was in 10th grade or something. So when I was like, is it good? I think she said, it's a good money. That's what she said. Yeah. So in my head, I was like, oh my God, does she think my dad's a drug dealer? My stupid ass, I said, what is bad? I said, what is bad money? Yeah. Because my dad was so mad. I was like, I can't believe this racist bitch tried to. I said, really? Drugs? Wow. But no, it's because she thought it was.
Because it was going to bounce.
Because she was like, it's too much money. They can't afford it. No.
That's really sick. No, but for my situation, this person was actually not a person of color. They're actually white. Mm-hmm. But I didn't but it's kind of a similar situation. Okay. But not really. It wasn't really involving money, but just kind of the guy kind of acting as though my dad, because to us he doesn't have an accent, but to other people he kind of does. Okay. So when someone's foreign, sometimes people act as though they're dumb, which I just referenced. Yes. So my dad has also been here since he was 18 as well. And
her dad's older than my dad, so he's been here longer.
He's been here a very, very long time. So, my dad's actually a computer engineer. So we were having, I think we were switching providers. Mm-hmm. So we had to have, the people I think we're with like Xfinity now. We had to have them come and like check stuff out because we were having like issues with our Wi-Fi and stuff like that. So my dad was having an issue. So the guy came and, they were, talking, bantering, and I was in my room and, I couldn't really hear most of the conversation, but I went to my bathroom to go do something. So I could hear them talking and they were in the study, which is in close proximity. So the guy was essentially trying to like, pretty much tell my dad about something that he knows.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
And my dad he's not a flexer. He's not going to be like, oh, I know because I'm this and that. So he's steadily trying to tell the guy, like, no, you're not right because of this and that. I can't remember the specifics of it. And the guy was just like, no, da-da-da-da-da. My dad was like, he had to stop and look at him. And he was like, no, you can't tell me that. I'm literally...
This is
a
my
computer.
field.
Yeah, I'm literally a computer engineer for however many years. I know... that what you're saying is not correct, and the guy just had to like step back and stuff like that because like he wasn't being nice about it. Like he was trying to like school my dad in a rude way, and my dad's not a person that pops off. Actually, he's a quite calm person when people are being rude.
Oh,
so
see, my dad's the opposite because your dad seems really calm and collected. Like
he's
so
calm.
Quiet.
He can get really really crazy if he's had enough. If he's had enough. But like the guy was rude, but he wasn't so rude to where he just needed to pop off like that. You know what I mean? So I just had to like kind of scold him like no, and then my dad was even telling him why. Like
just shut up and listen. You don't
like you're not always right just because like you don't know someone's circumstance. Like yes, the guy was trying to do his job and stuff like that, but you don't need to be rude about it when you're explaining to a customer this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get that. But the other experience I had actually, where I was dealing with someone that was Asian, was at a nail shop. So I go to a nail shop, or I used to go to this nail shop with my mom here and there. And one time I went there with my mom after I wasn't able to have my nails for a long time.
Okay.
So I go there with my mom. So since I hadn't been there in a long time, I couldn't remember the names of stuff. I couldn't remember the full set, the shellac, or that you're supposed to ask for full set shellac or whatever, because that's usually what I get. So when I got there, I just told the lady that I wanted shellac. I didn't say full set. So full set pretty much means you get like acrylic. If you don't know about nails, it means that you're getting like the fake nail. Yeah, you're getting like the fake nail on there.
Okay.
The extended
like the
nail.
Extended, so then when you ask for shellac, they just put the stuff over your real nail?
They're just putting the stuff that they put under the light lamp or the lamp.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like the polish. It's the polish.
Okay.
It's a polish, and then you put it under the little UV light. There we go. And when you take it out, like it's good spanking new. They just have to like clean it off.
And that's shellac.
That is what shellac is, and then you can peel it off and stuff.
Girl,
so people can even get it on their real nails. Okay?
See, I didn't know that.
So that's where the discrepancy. That's even where the discrepancy started. Okay, so and I was also getting a mani pedi. Okay, so they started on the pedicure. So they started on pedicure, and then the lady comes over, and I actually just thought that she was trying to do, the pedicure or the full set. Excuse me, I didn't say full set, but I thought she was trying to do the full set where I was, because I've seen that before. Even though usually when I go there, that's not what they do. You usually go and you move to the table.
Yeah.
Mind you, there wasn't a lot of people in there. He doesn't even get a lot of business because the guy has a bad attitude.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when she starts, actually, she didn't even start. I just saw her get ready to put the polish on my fingernail, and I told her, "Oh no, stop." Stop. I actually wanted to, I didn't say full set. He's like, oh, I actually wanted the extension. And then, they started speaking, in their language to him. And the guy starts getting mad. He was like, you didn't say you wanted full set. Da-da-da. You would act as though I let her do 5 fingers and finish. You know what I'm saying? She didn't even start. She hadn't even put any polish on my nail. She hadn't even put any polish on my nail. So I'm literally like, what the heck?
Are you there with your mom or by yourself?
I'm with my mom. And he's doing my mom's nails.
Oh, bro.
Okay. So at first, I wasn't upset because I thought he was like, joking around. Even though the guy has a bad attitude, he had never ever gotten an attitude with me, nor has he gotten an attitude with my mom.
Yeah, and you guys are like regulars.
We're like regulars,
because it's like, it's not like he gets a lot of business to not remember y'all.
Yeah, oh no, he knows us. Trust me, my mom had been there at that point for more than 1 year.
Oh, wow.
Like years. So, I guess the lady that did my pedicure and who was about to do my manicure can't do like the full acrylic.
Oh, okay.
So he had to do it. So I go and sit down. Mind you, he was almost finished with my mom. And the guy was not getting, oh my God. He was not letting it go, He really was not letting it go.
Nonsense.
So I sit there and I'm like, you know, I'm still trying to eat it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful because that's not how I was raised. My mom's just, you know, quiet and stuff like that. You know, after I learned, she was like, girl, you're old enough. You can fight your own battles. And I was like, I can't fight my own battles. I can't. I'll tell you what happened. Okay, so he keeps continuing, and I just keep looking at him. He was like, you didn't tell me you wanted a full set. I was like, oh, I was even laughing. I was smiling. I was like, LOL, I actually just forgot the name. I haven't had my nails done in a while. Still upset. And I said, you know, you can actually calm down. I said, you're too old to be getting an attitude with me like that. You know what I'm saying? I just told you it was a mistake. She hadn't even started on my nails. There was no product wasted. What does it matter? You know what I'm saying? He didn't say anything. He was stupid. He was mad. My mom said after that she could tell he was upset because he was hurting her. When he was doing her nails, he was even hurting her. And I was just like, there's no reason for you to be. I was like, I'm a whole kid, not a kid, but I think at that time maybe I was like 21 or whatever, and I was just like, I'm a whole, you know, I'm younger than you, and you're sitting here bantering.
Also, people always say you look young, so he don't even know how old you really are.
But still, it's just like you're sitting here arguing with me. I said, what's really the point? I was like, it's not even a big deal. You're blowing it up more than what it even needs to be. I told you, I didn't remember the name. I forgot. There's no product wasted. What are you so upset about? So this guy just was still quiet. You know what I'm saying? He didn't argue with me. Stupid. Okay. So then he does my nails. The whole time he's silent. After that day, I told my mom, I said, I'm never going back there again. I'm sorry, but sometimes Asian people can just be so freaking disrespectful for no reason. You sit there and disrespect all these black women that come in here. This is not the first time. My mom has told me countless times. She's come back home and said how this guy has been disrespectful to multiple people. I'm like talking about how bad the kids are and this and that. Like just saying all this stuff. Mind you, we're the ones giving you business. This is in a black neighborhood. This is not a nail shop. It's literally down the street. This is not a shop that you'll see really rarely even any Hispanic people go into, or any other people, white people, anything like that. It's literally straight black people, and you're sitting here disrespecting us.
See, and that's the thing I don't like. They have the way that the disrespect comes so easy, but then they happily take the money. Yeah, they happily take the money, but you don't like the person the money is coming from.
You don't.
You be really, calling really people dirty and stinky and this and but then you want to take the money. Don't take it.
And I felt I told my mom, I said, I'm never going back there. Like I was like the fact that he even disrespected me like that. I said, for something that's not even that serious. You know what I mean? It's not even that big of a deal. I said, this guy really thinks that he can sit in my face and talk to me like that. No. We're not gonna have that. That's why I told him about himself. At first I was looking at my mom waiting for her to say something. I said, okay, if she's not gonna handle it, then I'm gonna handle it.
Yeah,
I didn't, because I didn't want to be disrespectful in front of, to him in front of my mom and stuff like that. You know, usually I'll say that for in separate situations, but no. I'm sorry.
It was starting to get out of hand.
It was getting out of hand because he was not letting up. He was still talking about it. At first I told you I was trying to be lighthearted about it. I was laughing. I was smiling with him. I was like, because that's usually the relationship we have had.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I just forgot. Like, relax. Yeah. He was like, no.
Okay.
Mad.
Okay. Last time you see me again.
The audacity of you to really think that you can sit here and disrespect me like this. Really? Over something not even that serious. You think I would have wasted his product, messed up his, his chair, spilled the shellac all over the ground or something disrespectful?
Didn't even do anything.
And tell me, why does he feel that comfortable to talk to me like that?
Because he does it all the time. Because nobody says something, and if somebody does say it, well, that's just what we deserve.
You know what he says? My mom says this is what he says to other customers. He said, it doesn't matter if I lose you, 20 more people will come in right after you leave. That was when he was popping. But when I told my mom was damn near the last customer he had, and I'm not even joking with that. We were there together probably 2 hours. When I tell you, there was only one other person in there. That's all that came in. And it was a hot day. It was Friday, y'all.
Wow. See, that's why you think that treating people like garbage will last forever? It won't. It really won't. Girl, I even forgot about this, but this just reminded me. I'm not really a big person. Like, I like food.
Yeah.
But I'm a picky eater.
Yeah.
So I don't like to waste my money on food I won't like. So when I go to food places, because I know how I can be, I'm very thorough before I order.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was in Arlington for school, like the Dallas area, my friend used to tell me about this restaurant called Bethany's for
oh yeah,
girl.
I remember she told me this before, y'all.
I was so pissed.
Yeah, this pissed me off.
So, for all my people that are in Arlington listening to this, don't go to that fucking place. The niggas in there are racist as shit.
Yep.
I left a Yelp review, and if I could have given them 0 stars, I would have. So I walked in there. My friend always raves about this place. My friend is black, and she loves Asian food, so she always raves about this place. I'm not really a big Asian food fan. Like, sometimes the spices they use make me nauseous.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like really strong smells. So I was like, okay, I kind of want to eat. I know I was feeling like eating Asian, like takeout. I was like, okay, I kind of want to eat Asian.
Mm-hmm.
And so my other roommate is Indian. Okay, so she been making Indian food all the time, and she also likes Bethany's. And she's telling me, yeah, girl, you should go. So I went with one of my other friends, like who also hadn't been there. So it was just me and my friend who was also a noob. So we both went, and it's enough food for the both of us to share if I get like a little platter with the meat and the rice and stuff. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just do that. Like, I don't really know any of the flavors because I don't know what it tastes like. I don't know the names. I don't know how to say it, but I just know I want something that's chicken with fried rice and spicy.
Yeah.
So I explained it. So I get inside and I'm looking at the menu, and since I don't know what the flavors are, I don't know how it tastes. Just telling me the ingredients that's on it isn't gonna let me know how it tastes. Like telling me that it's radish and ginger with rice, like, and then the whatever sauce, like orange chicken sauce. Like, I don't know what orange chicken tastes like to know what the sauce tastes like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even though I was reading the menu, I still wasn't getting like a clear idea of like what it would taste like. And I was like, oh shit, I don't want to order something and then have to send it back. Like, I used to work in food. I hate when people do that. So legitimately reading the menu for 30 minutes. Okay. So finally I was like, okay, shit, I'm kind of stuck in between 4 items. Like, out of these 4, they seem like something I would like. So I go up to the front. Okay. So right now from the whole menu I've narrowed it down to 4 items. So I go up to the front and I'm like, hi, I haven't eaten here before. And I don't really know what's good. I was like, I'm kind of stuck in between these 4. And I was like, for someone who doesn't eat Asian food a lot, what do you think I should get? Then the guy behind the counter, the cashier, like did like a little chuckle. He's like, I don't know what to tell you if you don't eat Asian food because it's all Asian food. And I was like, I know. I was like, but I'm asking for a tongue that is not trained to eat. I don't want something that's too strongly Asian. Like, it was basically what I was saying, but I thought it was pretty clear, but I guess not.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yeah, but I was like, okay, well, what is something that people like a lot? And he pointed at orange chicken, and I was like, no, I already know I'm not gonna like it because I don't want my food to taste like oranges. Like, I don't want it. Like, I've seen my friend has brought it home into the room, and I've smelt it and felt nauseous. I was like, bro, that shit stings. I don't want to eat it. I was like, okay, well, I'm stuck between this one is what I showed him. And I was like, do you guys have like little sauces like that I can taste, like, like a little sample so I can taste the sauce? And then the one who looked like the big dog came out, like the manager or whoever, and so the guy explained to him, and then the homie pointed at the menu. He took the menu from my hand after I had already pointed at what I wanted, and pointed and told me that I can read the menu. And I was like, oh, I know, I've already read it. And then he was like, okay, well, what's on there is on the menu. And he was like, this one has shrimp, this one has chicken, this one has beef, this one has, and I was like, I know what it has. I was like, I'm talking about the sauce that you're mixing it with. Like, what does the sauce taste like? And I was like, okay. So I explained myself again, because I'm very patient, because I know, like, sometimes when you're working and you work food, like, it's hectic, but it wasn't even busy. That's what was crazy. It was me and my friend in there, this other, like, couple, and then someone else had walked in. So it was 3 groups of people. So it was like, 7 people in there? Type shit. So I was like, okay, let me slow down and start talking slower. So my friend at this point sees that I'm up there for a long ass time. And she was like, girl, you good? And I like look at her, and she could tell I'm getting mad, but I'm trying not to transfer my anger, because then we wouldn't get anywhere. So I was like, okay, is there a way that I can taste the sauce that you're gonna put this chicken in. And then the guy was like, no free samples, no samples. We don't do samples here. We're not gonna give you a free sample.
Wow.
And he started getting loud.
Yes.
And so this is when I was like, okay, I see what's happening. So people from the back, workers from the back, came to the front, okay, and stood behind the manager who was yelling at me. And they started crossing their arms, staring me down.
Wow.
And my friend looked at me, and she was like, girl. And I looked at her and I said, these people don't know me, these people don't know me, these people don't know me. And I said, I hate the fact that I have to be civilized so I don't, quote unquote, prove you right after you've disrespected me.
Yeah.
And so this black lady came in, and I let her go. I was like, girl, go ahead, because I don't even know what I want. And I was like, I'm still trying to figure out if I even want to order here. And I was... Cleo, you don't know how excited I was to eat there. I was like, okay, my friends keep talking about it. You know, I finally, because I like boba. I was like, I'll even get a boba. And me and my friend were just going to drive around Arlington, because this was before break. And I was like, and I'll hang out with her, you know, it'll be girls' day. Mm. Girl, I was so pissed off. I was like, oh my God. So the lady orders, and the guy still staring at me. He was like, so do you know what you want? And I was like, honestly, I don't even want to fucking order here anymore. I was like, you guys are being fucking disrespectful.
Is that how you said it?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I was calm, but I was cursing at them.
Yeah.
I was like, you're being fucking disrespectful. I already looked at the damn menu. Because I just cut the short story because it's actually pretty long. I was in there for damn near like an hour. And for like 45 of the minutes, it's me going back and forth with my friend trying to look for another place to eat and deciding if I want to eat there. And then like 15 minutes is me talking to the people in the front type shit. Yeah. So... long story short, you know, when I had went up there, he was pointing at the menu multiple times. He snatched it from my hand, gave me a different menu that had the same food on there, but it was smaller, and was pointing at the same, like, and I was just like, you're doing all this stuff like I can't reading me the menu slowly, like I'm stupid. Yeah. Like, when I tell you his face was so mad, so I was like, yeah, you pointed at this menu multiple times after I told you I already read it. I said, all I wanted to see was... you know, the flavor of it. I even asked them to explain. I was like, okay, if you don't give samples, is there a way that you can explain how it tastes? He was like, it tastes like Chinese food. Wow, how specific. Everything just tastes... Obviously, it's a Chinese restaurant, so it's going to taste like Chinese food, but all Chinese food doesn't just taste like Chinese food. It doesn't taste the same. What is it? Is it spicy? Is it sour? Is it sweet? Is it tangy? Like, you don't have words.
Like, it shouldn't be that much for you to explain.
I was a waitress. I used to explain burger sauces to people. Hamburger. Yeah. And they'll ask me, oh, what is the onion crunch burger taste like? And I'll explain what's in it. And I'll explain the flavor. And I don't even eat hamburgers. I don't like beef. But I'll explain it because you have to learn that. Yeah. You're trying to tell me you don't know what nothing tastes like. It just tastes like... you already know. No, I don't. I don't eat Asian food. I'm not here trying to get free food. I'm over here trying to test out the food, see your restaurant. This is why I don't like going to new places, because then if I don't like the food, I'm going to send it back. Because I'm a sender backer. I will send my shit back because that's my fucking money. So, I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to avoid that. I'm very thorough when I order food because I don't like to have to do that. Girl, I was like, you're pointing at the menu multiple times, reading it slowly to me like I'm dumb. I was like, take your fucking menu. I don't want to order here. And I was like, bye. I was like, have a nice day, I guess. And I was like, friend, let's fucking go because I'm not eating here. And I said it loud enough so other people could hear. And I was like, you just lost the customer. Yeah. Like, when I got home, I told my roommate.
Oh, they didn't say nothing after that?
No, they didn't. He was getting ready to talk, and I just tossed him the menu, and I walked out. He's like, I didn't throw it at his face. Yeah. Because that's how I was feeling.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was to the manager, right?
Yes. Yeah. I was talking to all of them. I was looking at them. I was like, you have all these people behind here trying to intimidate me. Why the hell did they come out from the back? Yeah. Am I even loud to be... I was literally just talking to you, and you made it loud. Yeah. And then the one who I had asked for the flavors before went to the back and then came out with 3 other people. So now it's 4 niggas staring at me. Wow. With their arms crossed, trying to be all big and buff. Bitch, I will knock you in your face. Okay. I went home and I told my roommate, and she wanted to drive up there. My roommate that's Indian. To show y'all that, see, as a black person, the type of disrespect that I took and how I ate it, other people wouldn't eat it like that.
Yeah.
She was so...
They'll even respond differently.
Exactly. And my roommate is so quiet. Like, she was so... And my roommate was older. She was not like a crunk little girl. She was 26. She was like, no, they did that? She was like, I'm so mad. She was shaking. She was like, we need to go back right now. Because I don't even remember all the little details, because I told her, and I was like, girl, I'm so angry. She's like, I'm so sorry. She's like, let's go back. She was like, I should call them. She's like, oh my God. And she was going to go in her car and drive over there. I was like, girl, it's not even that serious. Don't go back. She was like, I'm never eating there again. And she was like, I can't believe they did that. And she was like, you were so excited. And I even know that you didn't even, you were kind of nervous asking me all this stuff. And she was like, and they couldn't explain to you how the food was. And she was like, I be explaining my food all the time to you. I said, I know. I explain my food to you too. And she was like, it's not what they're meant to do. I said, I don't know, girl. I guess not. I guess not.
Like, did they take it offensive? Like, where you were like, maybe they felt like you were...
I think they thought I was trying to get free samples because they felt like I was trying to act like it was a mall.
Oh, no, I thought that they were thinking maybe like, all in how you were acting, that you were trying to be like offensive, trying to decipher how it tastes and stuff like that.
Maybe, but I felt like from how I was saying it, there's no way you could think that.
I don't think that's offensive because, like, even with Nigerian food, and even as you said, you're from with that, has Indian, or that's Indian, and obviously she eats Indian food. I know that if a dish had a specific spice in it, like, she would have no issue.
Because whenever she shares her food, she's like, this one has milk, this one has nuts in this one, and I'll be like, okay, I can't eat peanuts, I can't do this. Oh, okay, well, this one seems like it will taste good. Girl, no. Like, I went up there and I was like, yeah, okay, I don't really eat Asian food a lot, so I don't really know the names of the food.
And I know
like.
how you are. Like, you're a really, really sweet person. When you're talking to people. So I know you were not up there.
Exactly.
Like, I don't eat Asian food. So what's the?
I even told them.
Because some people are like that.
Yes, and I even told them what I had so they can like match the taste. And I forgot to say so. There was, like, I know bourbon chicken is American Asian food, like, it's not really Asian, but when I went to the mall, I had some bourbon chicken and it was really good. So I was like, okay, I was like, I had something when I was at the mall with my parents. I was like, bourbon chicken, I don't see it on the menu because I was going to order that. And he was like, that's not Asian, that's not Chinese, that's Taiwanese or whatever other place. I was like, oh, okay, do you have something that tastes similar to that? And I was like, or something spicy. That's what I said. And he was like, just read the menu.
I don't like how, like, you're acting as though you're like, I don't know, like, I've just never experienced that. Like, I feel like, I don't know, why is it such a big deal to explain it? Like,
I don't know. I was
like, he's acting as though you're ignorant to something, even though just because we're in America.
I was like, everyone doesn't eat Asian food, sir. I know that Asian food is a hot commodity, but please understand,
not everybody
every black person does not go out to eat all the time. Every black person does not eat takeout. Every American person does not eat Asian food. I don't eat Asian food. My parents don't go out to eat.
And what's crazy is that every single time I've gone there, like, I've never felt any type of, like, disrespect. Like, even when I go to beauty supply stores with, and there's usually always, like, Asian people that are, like, the owners and stuff. I've never experienced any disrespect except that one time from that guy at the nail shop, and that's when I think that's when it really hit me, like that. I feel like I remember talking to my mom way more in depth, like, and really hitting to the root of the issue.
Yeah,
I can't remember exactly what I told her, but I remember really just thinking, I was just like, wow, like, they really don't respect us at all. No. Just the way he just, like, this happened a while ago, y'all, but just the way he just
the way he was talking to you. It's the tone of voice. Wow. It's the look. It's how like it won't even they don't even have to call you nigger. Like, it's just the way that they're condescending.
It's because they just already think that they're better than us.
Yes,
I hate that
because I was like you. That's putting curtains in our house.
Because that's not how I feel. That's not even how I feel about them.
Exactly.
I feel like everybody's out here trying to make a honest living.
Exactly. But it's because they have that stereotype that Asian people are also smart. Their parents make sure that please, nobody has shit on Africans, and I'm just gonna say that. For books, I'm not trying to hear none of that. Like, I remember in my high school, those Asian people used to eat up those stereotypes. Like, yeah, it's so hard for me. My parents are always trying to make me read and do that. But every weekend I see them on Snapchat going to the movies. Their parents are giving them allowance, doing this, doing that. I say, y'all are spoiled. What are y'all talking about? Oh, life is so hard. Like, that stereotype is dead. Like, that's so not true. Like, coming into the house of somebody, my dad has 2 masters, one in engineering, and then he has a master's in nursing.
Yeah.
And then my mom has a master's in nursing, has been a nurse. Like, these people are educated people to come in. Is this a good money? Is this money good? What? If you don't want it, give it back to me. Because you're already late, so I shouldn't even have to pay you.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Instead of you to take off some for being late, you're asking me if my check is gonna bounce. Like, I'm not trying to hear none of that. Yeah, these people be reckless. So, you know, the girl in Houston that has her business, I don't blame her for saying what she said. Only God knows how hard it was for her. Oh no. Only God knows how hard it was for her to open her business. So I'm still gonna support. You know, hopefully it's not too far from me.
Yeah.
And I know Cleo probably is gonna support as well.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just food for thought. Like, everything is not racist when you point out a certain, you know, race that has certain stuff over someone else. Like, just by pointing out a race doesn't mean it's racist. Please, nobody called them chinks. Nobody, I don't know any other racial terms that Asian people be getting. But, yeah. So, you know, that was just our little TED Talk. We might come back for another segment at the end. Mm. If not, then you will come back for our song of the week.
Bye, y'all.
So we are back.
Oh, girl. Waiting for you to start.
Yeah, we're back from our break, guys. Yeah. So, honestly, Cleo, this unprofessionalism, it has to stop.
Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay, so as I was gonna say, you know, we were gonna come back with a Twitter segment, but then I peeped that I
kind of already did that.
Yeah, because that was low key the whole portion of this discussion. But another observation that I had that I wrote down was that okay, so when I was in high school for my prom, I wanted to wear African, you know, attire. So I wanted to wear like proper Nigerian jewelry, right? So I was looking for stuff and I could only find stuff on Etsy, and then I found some other stuff off of Amazon and like eBay and like other websites. Bro, every single time I clicked on it and I went to go pay for shipping, why was the vendor like, why was it telling me it was going to be shipped from China for African jewelry? I said interesting. Literally everything black. China. Korea is for the hair. China has the jewelry.
I mean, where's their own product?
That's why I'm confused. Y'all don't have cultural wear for your...
They do. They have so much culture.
I don't get it. Girl.
I swear Asian culture is like one of the most culturally cultured.
Yeah, I don't get it. Literally,
like, they're very rich in culture is what I'm trying to say.
All of the stuff was from China. And then when Cleo was telling me about like how people were upset in the tweets, I just like thought about all these clothing stores. A really popular one that get like they send their clothes to YouTubers to review and stuff is African Mall.
Yeah. There's been so many different black influencers that have been going off on that.
African Mall, please, audience, African Mall. Is it an African ran company?
Nope.
Can we please take a guess?
Nope, it's not. It's Asian.
Yeah. So Cleo, are these African people that they're using in their title getting any of these benefits? Do you think?
No.
These black influencers that they're giving their clothes to try on, isn't that to kind of... I feel like it's to make you believe that it's a black owned business. You're giving your clothes to black people to tell you.
It was at first, but I think now
everyone knows. So it's like,
it's known
but it's like that's just a ploy, like to okay, well, all these black.
Because I know when I first thought about it, I was like, oh my gosh, wow, it's like I thought just it was implied in the name, but then when I went to their site, I knew it had to be Asian run just because of the way it was set up.
See, I didn't even go to the site. What happened was I kept seeing African mom people's stuff, and I was seeing the clothes. I was like, they're not making this. What African country is making clothes that look like this? I said, this looks like Fashion Nova clothes.
Yeah.
I said, they would not be wearing that freely in Nigeria for sure. I said, maybe some other African countries are more progressive and I don't know about them. And I was just looking, I said, nah, this seems like it would be Asian run. Like, I just feel it in my soul, in my bones. And then I seen, like, you know, some black girls, black YouTubers talking about it. And I was like, you see, like, that's such a scam. Like, bro, why don't you have it called Asian Mall? Why, like, what is the purpose of saying African Mall in it?
Yeah.
Like, you're still selling clothes. Why are you saying African?
Yeah.
Just say Asian. Because you feel like if you say African, then black people will mess with it and buy your stuff.
Yeah.
Which...
because they already know that those are the main consumers.
Exactly.
I think that... I don't know the stats on it, but I know black people spend a lot on merchandise.
Yes.
You know, different products.
On, like,
hair,
beauty products.
Beauty, clothes.
I was just like, this is literally ridiculous. Literally ridiculous. But yeah, like, that was just an observation that I had. So I was like, oh, snap. Like, I just want to put that out there. Like, it's literally everything in the beauty. You cannot even turn a corner without seeing some Asian people trying to run shit. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, well, shit, I guess if y'all want it that bad, I'm being racist for saying stop shopping with people that literally follow you around, accused for stealing.
I mean, it's like, there's no problem. For me, there's no problem with it. But if you're going to be disrespectful all in the same breath.
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be harping or disrespecting the people that are even pretty much supplying your life. You know what I mean? That don't make sense. They're the ones that are, you know, paying you. And I don't want to hear anything about, oh, black people don't try this, black people are lazy, black people blah, 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 when the system is already rigged from the get-go.
That's what they love to say, is that black people are lazy.
We literally already said multiple ways that it's, you know,
it's rigged.
It's rigged.
And it's like, it's just set up for us to lose.
And that's not to say nobody's going to try, but even when folks are trying, they're being shut down.
Exactly. Nobody wants to put all that money in a business. It's not like these people are rich to begin with.
Yeah.
Saving all that money to put into a business just to go bankrupt and have to...
Girl, I don't know what's going on.
At this point.
Just trying to find what I was trying to find. But anyways, you guys know what we're trying to say. Like,
yeah. It's just, again, like we said before, food for thought is not, no shade, you know, we respect everybody's hustle.
Yeah.
But you cannot be hustle bustling and you're over here talking smack about the people that are giving you your money. Like, bro, for real, y'all need to be a lot more respectful.
Yeah.
All these cussing people out at nail salon, fighting at nail salon.
Fighting people,
changing the prices at nail salons. Like, I remember for my prom, that was the first time.
People?
Yeah, like, I got my nails done.
Yeah.
These people lied to me. Like,
really?
When I got there, they, like, my friend told me that they hiked the prices on me because she told me to go there. She's like, yeah, girl, I ended up spending $80 on a pedicure.
They do it. They
and,
do it.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, you know, I don't really know what it's called, but I want the nails where you do the powder.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, they charged me $40 for my hands, $40 for my feet.
No, that's way too much.
And then they were even asking me for a tip.
Even asking.
And I was like, I don't think
they bamboozled you.
Girl, I was so angry. Like, when I found out afterwards, because I remember I spent $200 that day out, just my nails and my makeup. And I was like, see, this is why I don't get stuff done.
Yeah.
I'm such a low maintenance person.
It reminds me when I went to,
I was like, this is so...
the beauty supply store, and I think I even told Vi about this. I went there and that woman didn't give me my change back.
Yes.
It wasn't a lot of change, y'all, but she just automatically didn't give me my change. Look how they're just taking your stuff. Who told you to act like they didn't? I didn't even notice that she didn't give me change until I looked at the receipt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I was like, oh shit, she was supposed to give me this amount back.
Girl, they be at my store talking about something. Look, this and this, and I didn't get this, and
then they want to come and call me stupid and lazy and this and that when you're.
But you're cheating.
You're lucky a stealer.
You're a thief. You're cheating. You're cheating me.
You're taking my money back. Money, even if it's not a lot. And
okay, but I already paid for your overpriced products. Give me my shit back. Thank you. Give me my shit back. I low-key want to talk about something else, but I don't know. What? I want to have like, I don't know what I want to talk about. I want to talk about something more lighthearted. And like, but I didn't see anything funny on Twitter. All the stuff that's been happening has been like sad. People getting snatched up and murdered and stuff.
Girl, I know it's been pretty depressing.
I know.
Let me see
because for this episode, we'll be honest with y'all. We were meant to do a dating one, but then like this came up and I was like, oh snap. Cleo sent me this, and you know I had seen it too. So
these are the ones you haven't seen.
Okay, go ahead, read it.
Yeah, as she said, we were gonna do like a little dating one. So I just wanted to, I'm gonna read, some tweets that I got from this Twitter account called 6 Brown Chicks, and like every Wednesday people put in their questions and stuff like that, and some of them are pretty outrageous and funny, so I'm gonna read them and we're just gonna talk about them. So this is the first one. I don't think I read these ones to you yet.
Okay.
This one says, last month my husband came home drunk at 4 a.m.
Okay.
So I told him to go back to where he came from. He ghosted me and the kids. His mother called to ask why he's been staying at my sister's house for the past 3 weeks. Sis says she's trying to help, but we're not close. Advice.
So he left for real and went to his sister's place.
She even put the little ghost. She said he ghosted me.
Oh my gosh. How do you ghost somebody that you have kids with and you're married to? I thought ghosting was for strangers. Or like people that you only talk to for a few months.
He goes me and the kid. Girl, what?
That's disrespectful.
What? Advise?
I don't know what to say.
Girl. Not that she'll even hear this. But if I was to give someone advice about this, girl, I guess you gotta push on. Don't sound like you coming back.
This is an adviceless situation. There's nothing I can tell you. Do what your heart is telling you, because this is he's at his sister's place. I don't know what to say. I would say get a divorce, but you have kids. You can't just get a divorce over anything.
Girl,
I don't know.
Me either.
Please, let's read another one.
Okay.
I don't know what to say, sis.
The next one, I'll read them all. They have 6 of them here. Okay, the next one says, dated an executive who traveled a lot for work. Then shit started not adding up, like crazy flight times that didn't exist. Caught and exposed him to his whole pregnant wife. She's now stalking me at home and work and tried to get me fired. What to do? She forgave him.
Oh wow! So the pregnant wife is. So that means she knows that he's been cheating. The pregnant wife.
Oh.
That to me, that's what that means. Because
because it said caught and exposed him. No.
Yeah, she caught him in a lie, and then told the pregnant wife that your husband has been.
Oh, you mean she caught that he was pregnant? I mean, she was pregnant. That he had a wife.
Yes.
I see.
And then went to go tell her, thinking she was doing her a favor, like, oh my god, sis.
And the lady was trying to stalk her, and she tried to get her
fired. And she's still with him. She's like, I forgive my husband. You're a homewrecker. How did she didn't even know about you? She had to literally find, because she said it wasn't. I know.
She said she dated him, and they traveled a lot, and the shit started not adding up because they were flying at crazy times that didn't exist.
I gotta go. I have a meeting. I have 2 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, I gotta go.
Crazy flight time. Oh my god.
Can you imagine? You go on her Facebook and to see married. I feel like this is a lie.
Oh my god.
This is a lie.
She said dating an executive deal.
Yeah, girl, I would just say, just get a restraining order on sis. That's the advice
girl,
I
imagine
give
if
you.
you really giving people's advice. We could not be laughing like this.
Yes, I can. It's funny. I'll give you some good advice. I just gave great advice. Get a restraining order, sis. Get a restraining order on that pregnant person.
Girl. Okay, the next one says, at my mom's funeral, my father... Yeah, my father insisted... What?
Okay, because I feel like you're gonna laugh.
Oh, sorry. At my mom's funeral, my father and sister told me it was... Sorry. It's actually not funny.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, okay. It says, at my mom's funeral, my father and sister told me I was her failed abortion.
What?
I have scar, and that my real dad was in jail. They abruptly ended their relationship with me then and there. But my mom left her house and assist me. What? Dad?
Oh my god, they didn't like her.
Dad and sis are broke. Help out or fuck them. I'm sorry, they wrote this incredibly terribly.
Okay, so I know what happened. So basically, her mother died, and so apparently the only reason that her other family was even fucking with her is because the mom probably convinced them to still mess with sis.
Now that he's dead,
now that she died, they're like,
I don't want to mess with
exactly, and they're broke, and the
but
mom left her.
My mom
left her the house
and assist to me.
Left her, I guess, like assets.
Oh, girl.
So her mom left her the house and the assets.
Sorry, y'all. And assets to me. Dad and sis are broke. I see. Help out or fuck him. I see. So that's really stupid. If they knew that she guess, left it to him,
I guess maybe they
didn't know. Or her. Why would you be? Like,
maybe they didn't know. Maybe don't you?
The fact that he or she is even trying to debate.
They're a nice person. Because she feels like they feel like that's their sibling, you know, their family. I would have just said, give them what you can, and the rest you don't have to mess with them anymore.
Yeah.
Because they told you
I would help them out to where they can be on their feet, I guess.
Exactly. And that's it. After that, if you blow through the money in a day, that's your business, yeah.
I mean, yeah, because clearly they don't even love you.
Exactly. They just, like that. At the funeral.
then and there.
Bro, you already lost a parent. Now you're losing the rest of your family.
That's really sick, y'all.
People are heartless.
Okay, this next one says, a lot was going on in our relationship when he proposed to keep me. We planned the wedding 9/19/19 and agreed to get the license afterwards.
That's like,
For 2 hours, I waited at the church while he got a marriage license with his ex the same day.
Okay.
Now he wants to come back. Help.
Okay. You waited at the church for him to get the license and said he wants to go get one with his ex.
Yeah.
And now he wants to come back and marry you. What do you need help for?
That doesn't even make sense.
What do you need help for? He wanted to marry his ex. He got the license for him and his ex together.
And now he wants you back? Oh, I guess 9/19/19.
It's coming up the 19th this year of this month is when they're supposed to be married, and she's still debating. If you want to live a life,
but I don't get it.
What do you mean?
Oh, they're just getting the license, not the real like ceremony, right?
Yeah,
I see.
So she still wants to marry his crusty ass, even though.
But I don't even get it. So within that, okay, they had a set date. Then you go to get the license.
So they
2
can be
hours
married.
He even waited.
And he went to go get one with his ex. So for him and his ex, not for him and her.
Does that even make sense? What does she need help with?
That's what I'm saying. Look,
scrap it all.
Isn't it self-explanatory? Unless you want to be living.
Wait, no, you got it wrong, sis.
No, I didn't. Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened? Read it.
You said 9/19/19.
Is that what she said? That's what you read?
You said it's coming up. That's past.
No, the 19th of...
It's 10.
Oh, it's already the 11th month.
Yeah, it's 10. Or is it 11?
It's already 11th
Oh,
November.
it's even 11. Y'all, sorry. School has got us all
messed up.
We didn't even realize the months.
Girl.
So this happened a long time ago.
Sis.
Well, no, this was written on 10/30/19.
So then, what is she talking about? There's no month that has 19 on there.
But she said, no, the month is 9.
That's what I'm saying. So there's no 19 months. So hasn't it already passed? What does she need help with? Did you marry him?
Oh, I see what you're saying. I think it's that they had already planned. She's just telling us that they had planned a wedding.
Oh, okay, that's when they planned it.
What happened is that she went to the marriage to get married, and then obviously he went to marry the ex.
Okay, sis.
So now he wants to come back after.
Yeah.
He went with the ex.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, should I be with him or should I not?"
Unless you don't have self-value, I feel like there's no way you value yourself, and you're really debating this.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be 20 years from now taking care of 3 kids that he has produced, probably 2 from someone else, and he doesn't have a job, and you're taking care of the whole family, I would say to pack your bags and take your leave. It's not that deep.
Yeah. I would just...
Cleo, your advice? Maybe you give different advice.
Girl, you already know me, sis. I would just say, scrapit, sis. Scrapit.
What is the
question?
What
more is it to say?
Like, I don't like... These people be asking
He wants you back and okay.
And so what about it? I don't understand. He wants you back for what? So you can come and pay for another marriage license for someone else?
Tell him to ask his ex for help.
Tell him that he's a married man and he needs to ask his wife.
Okay, so the next dilemma is, our gender reveal party was a shitstorm because our caterer, my wife's friend, may have put laxatives in the food.
Oh my gosh, she's trying to kill the baby. We
used to hook up. I was married.
Oh.
But I ended it when I met someone else. Wife thinks it was a stomach virus that sickened us. Tell her the truth? ?
Bro, you been messing with your wife's friend? So so who did you meet first? Your wife or the friend? Because I don't understand.
Oh, you're asking me?
I'm
assuming they met them all at the same time, I guess.
Okay, so he was messing with the wife's friend. So the wife, your wife and her friend don't talk to know that they mess with the same person?
Yeah, I don't even get it. I mean, if she said so is he asking should he tell her the truth about the whole...
Yes, about him messing...
Or the laxatives?
No, messing with the best friend. Because the wife thinks it's a stomach virus.
Well then in that case, yes, you should always be honest. I do think that you should tell her.
Yeah, because obviously
if you're trying to lead your relationship, starting now a good relationship, like make it a better relationship, then yes, I feel like he should obviously tell her.
The way he said my wife's friend, so he probably met his wife, and then fucked her friend while they were talking, because he said my wife's friend as if he didn't know her beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
So sir,
I'm sure he did though.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe not beforehand, but around the same time he met her.
Yeah, so I'm saying like the ladies probably
Like they probably were all
have,
friends before he.
yeah. At this point, sir, you're
Just
leading.
open it up.
Yeah, because she's gonna really expose you later, and then it's gonna be a situation that's worse. This is already bad. Like she didn't even have any bad harboring feelings towards this lady. Invited her to cater the party, and this lady tried to poison her as she's pregnant. People are.
Okay.
Couldn't she just give you a laxative piece of cake and leave the sis alone? She said
She said, the wife thinks it's a stomach virus.
You should tell her.
Why did you say he's trying to hurt the baby? Oh, it's a gender reveal.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so the last one says, dated a professor for 2 years. Entire time he claimed impotence. Even crying at night, saying his heart condition prevents him from getting Viagra. All I got was oral sex. Okay. Then he was fired for sex with students. He wants to reunite with me while he looks for work. Help.
So she's mad because he didn't penetrate her, but he's penetrating other people?
Well, they didn't say what type of sex. They just said sex. Okay. So I'm assuming it's probably.
Yeah, because why is she even saying he's impotent and all that and he can't get Viagra if it was...
He claims impotence.
Girl, is that the type of man you want? It seems like you want penetration to begin with, so you might as well just get a relationship that will fulfill you because he was cheating on you regardless. And then with a student? And then he's fired, so he's not getting any money. Now he's going to try to mooch off of you because he knows you like him.
Girl, what?
Maybe he has something and he was trying to save her.
Girl, what?
Oh my gosh. But,
I would just say...
This is, wow.
I mean, honestly, it's not even that big of a deal. You already know better, sis.
I know. I was even about to say, why am I acting like it's not hard? But I don't want to give the same answer for everything.
Yeah.
But I mean, why would you take him back?
Oh my god.
Why would you take him back? That's what. And she was cheating on you and all that. So yes, when we do our another dating episode, we're most definitely gonna come back to this page. We're gonna read a lot of their dilemmas and just get our each other's opinions on them because they're really out of this world. Some of them aren't even really having to do with like relationships all the time. It's just like problems in life.
Especially that one I told you about. There was one I was telling Vi about where the dad was upset about the son. I have it here. You want me to read it to you?
Yes.
It says, about 3 months after having our son, my boyfriend pulled away from me. He calls our child ugly because he's bald. As I was breastfeeding, he called our son a greedy bastard. How can he be so jealous? What do I do?
I would leave because he's going to murder you and this kid.
I think he's going to murder her.
I think he's going to murder the kid.
Yeah, that may be true. That actually may be true, yeah.
Sis, you need to pack your bag. Take your leave. Please.
Just to pack your bags.
Wow.
Hoping the nearest taxi.
He's acting like the kid is ugly all by the wife's doing. How do you look?
What's funny is that she was like, he called him ugly because he's bald.
It's a child. It's 3 months.
It's a kid. I mean, I guess some kids have a lot of hair, but
I mean,
it's not uncommon for a kid to be bald.
Exactly, sir. Have you taken a look in the mirror?
Then he called the baby a greedy bastard.
Were you meant to be drinking the kid's breast milk? He's actually
You mean the mom's breast milk?
Yes. Were you meant to be drinking the mom's breast milk, the kid's food? Is that what you're meant to be doing at your big age?
Some people are just... I wonder about them, you know?
Sickos.
I really wonder about
like,
them.
sister friend, please leave. This guy's gonna kill the baby.
We can't even tell her to leave, girl. I feel like we can't tell her to leave only because it's a newborn baby.
I know.
I mean, I'm not saying
I don't know what she can do. She can warn, because I mean, you can tell people to watch out, but at the end of the day, if he kills your kids...
if we're gonna give her the mature answer, I would say that they need to sit down and really discuss what is really happening. Like, why are you feeling this hostility to your own child?
Yeah, it's not like you have postpartum.
But my BS answer is, fuck that nigga. He crazy.
Yeah, girl, please. But yeah, so I don't want this episode to get too long, but that's just a snippet, a little taste, because they're funny as hell.
Yeah. So that is all we have for this week, you guys. And once again, as we always say, if you want to hear some of our other episodes, make sure you check out Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or any of those other podcasting sites. We are on all those platforms. And we're also on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And, once again, thank you for listening. And we will see you guys next week.
Stay tuned for Song of the Week. Okay, so I'm back with my co-star Cleo, and so we have our songs of the week. Yeah, I low-key just fucked up because I couldn't remember the song.
So we have to re-record this, girl.
I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead before I forget because obviously I don't know the name. But the song is "Like It" by Amaray, and that song is really good. It's like a little groovy song, and it's like African vibes. So if you don't listen to African music, you should try it. Give it a try. It's a really nice song. It's really light on the African vibes, but it's still there. So it's Amaarae. That's how you spell her name. So it's called Amaray, Like It.
Okay, so for this week, my song of the week is going to be Cybersex by Doja Cat off of her new album called Hot Pink. So you guys should definitely give it a listen, specifically that song and the whole album in general. Support her. It's good. I loved it. So yeah.
Okay, and we'll be back.
Bye, y'all.
Next week.
Bye, y'all.
Next week. Ew,
Bye,
stop
y'all.
trying to twerk.